guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be jumping right back into my Shop My Stash series. I had asked in a previous video, should I throw a lot of Boxycharm items into a Shop My Stash and kind of review some things? Honestly, before we know it, it's going to be the year-end Boxycharm Awards and my overview for the whole year, because you guys know I think I'm the longest standing YouTuber to have done those videos, and I think the only to do the awards. So I really kind of need to delve back through some of the stuff from this year. And there's I think maybe one or two items from the previous year that just keep falling off my radar. I feel like this year is going to be so different because really Boxy Luxe has now had a full year by the time that we do the year-end videos. So there's going to be a lot more to consider. So I gotta weed through more stuff. So let's jump into my current Shop My Stash that is all Boxycharm items. Starting with skincare, I am going to continue to use my Peach and Lily Glass Skin Refining Serum. It's translucent and luminous. I reach for this all the time since I got it. However, I have this habit, and I know Boxy Luxe is coming soon and there's always some form of skincare in there. I'll try something that I receive and start to really love it or start to really be able to notice a difference, because with skincare you need to give it a longer amount of time. Well, then we'll get something new and I'll feel like I have to give you a instant review, instant gratification, YouTube, how you doing? So I'll kind of just start to push stuff aside, and that's kind of what I'm noticing about the things in front of me here. But this is really helping my skin and helping my pores, so I'm going to make it my mission, even though September is right upon us. That means the Boxy Luxe is going to be here at my door any day now. I want to continue to use this, so definitely putting this in my Shop My Stash. Sorry, I had to close my blinds over here because, oh, that's some thunder. Lighting is changing, but the show must go on. So let's keep talking about what is going to be in my Boxycharm Shop My Stash. The Pharmacy Honeymoon Glow is something that I'm really trying to put into my every evening or at least every other evening routine. As a lot of you guys know, during my recovery, I'm kind of struggling with some skin issues and just kind of getting back into a groove of a routine. But when I have used this, I've really enjoyed it. So I'm going to do my best to really stick this into my routine more consistently. One, for my skin benefits, but two, to also know how I feel about the product. I know I love the brand Pharmacy. Love them so much. Whew, sorry guys, you were going to hear some thunder. That's just Florida summer for you. I also need to make it my mission to try 2 more of these face serums after my morning routine. For some reason, I seem to just kind of be jumping over that, just kind of going straight into some pore filling primers and moving on. But the No Problem Prime Essence, a lot of you know that we got this from Boxycharm, and we definitely compared it to the sister product that we all got and loved, which was that No Problem Primer. I still have it. I don't know where it's at the moment, but I do still have that, and I love it. This product is supposed to be tightening your pores, but you don't see those instant gratification effects. I know, kind of annoying. But a lot of you said you really enjoy this. Some of you said you don't like it as much as others. I'm not using it as consistently as I want to, I think, to see those results. So I'm going to be putting this in my Shop My Stash. I've also really been liking the Wander Beauty Glow Ahead Illuminating Face Oil. A lot of you guys have said that this is something that you were worried about because you too are oily skin girls. I'm in this weird flux with menopause, trying to figure it all out. But as we know, as I read in my previous videos, the brand itself says even oily skin girls can use this. Challenge accepted, sorta, because I'm kind of in this weird flux, but I still do get oily halfway through the day. So I have been using this off and on. I'm wearing it today. It does give me this glow to my whole face, not just where I apply my highlighter. So I'm curious how I like this with more use. In the Shop My Stash it goes. When I got the Tarte face palette right during my recovery, that kind of took the place of the Cover FX palette that I got because it's kind of an all-in-one, whereas this one I knew I enjoy some of it, but I'm not the biggest fan of the highlighters. I think they're a little too neutral for me, although this brightener here, got a lot of bling to it. It also has a blush. I really enjoy this finishing powder, and the contour to me seems more like a buildable bronzer, in my opinion. When I think contour, I think, whew, I think a lot of people do. But this is a very like blendable contour that I really liked, but once I got the Tarte one, it just kind of fell off my radar. So I need to put this back in my rotation. Before we know it, we're going to be at my year-end Boxycharm Awards, and what if face palettes is a category? I need to be more informed about what I feel like. So, gonna be putting this in my Shop My Stash. A face product that I haven't used recently, but now that we're coming into the end of summer, beginning of fall, this is a beautiful color to pull out. This is the Note Blush, and this is in the shade Desert Rose. Oh, it's so soft. I really enjoyed this when we got this. I don't think this is a this year product. I'm pretty sure this was last year's, but I haven't reached for it in a while, and it's a beautiful shade and tone for my skin for this time of year. So I definitely wanted to put this back into my rotation. Also, I'm trying to be more mindful to use the Artist Couture highlighter. As many of you know, I got the shade Purple Dream. And loose highlighters aren't my favorite because they're kind of messy. I did do something a little different this time where I only poked 2 holes into the actual like film that goes over the product cover, so I only have so much product come out. So I'm gonna see how I do with this. I have used it, I think 2 or 3 times since I remembered that it was in my collection, and I did think it was beautiful on the skin. I just have a struggle wanting to pull out a messy product because I am a messy girl and my beauty space is white. So let's see how this plays. I think the gold one that I got forever ago, I think it was in the shade Illuminati. That one I think did really well, but it was really, really powdery. And I think it ended up balling up and chunking on itself after like a while. So curious how this does. The only way you're going to be getting this out of my beauty space is out of my cold dead hand. That's how much I love this product. It is my Becca product. It is my Becca Powder. I love this stuff. Thank you, Boxycharm, for putting this in my box. As many of you guys know, I'm weird in flux with my skin, and this powder has really helped me. And I've actually kind of figured out a like 10-15 minute morning face makeup routine. Not this face makeup where I've got the lashes on and the lots of glitter and stuff on my eyes, not this, but like about a 10 to 15 minute face where it keeps my makeup on all day, including in the Florida heat. Over the weekend, I went to Busch Gardens when it was like 95 degrees for a few hours, and that was my first like real big outing. I was exhausted by the end of it, but my face makeup still looked great, and I think a lot of it had to do with this powder and just some tips and tricks that I've kind of learned along the way. So if you want to see that video, let me know in the comments below. But I am starting to kind of figure out an easy, fast routine that works for my base makeup. Oh, enjoying that a lot. But this product is definitely part of it, and I love you. You're staying, and I'm using you all the time. A product that I actually really enjoyed before, along with my iconic London, you know I love my brow boost and cushion. I love this so much. But as it starts to slowly dry out, I do notice in the one eyebrow that is always, you know how you have that one eyebrow? Like this eyebrow does yoga. It is very conditioned. It looks good no matter what. This one over here sits on the couch and eats, you know, potato chips because I always get bald spots right up here. I'm using this product again. This is my Brow Gal from Tanya Crooks, the Instant Brow Hair Tinted Brow Gel with Microfibers. Kind of forgot about this. It's small, it rolls, it rolled out of my life for a minute, but I'm using this again. It's a little bit of a lighter color, but I think it helps to balance the color with this. I am going to reintroduce this back into my routine. Also, I really don't remember if this is with Ipsy or Boxycharm, so bear with me if I'm wrong, but the Wander Catch the Light Highlighter and Glotion, you guys and I were talking about this before in previous videos, and I've really enjoyed this piece of it. With a damp beauty sponge, I get it on here, put it on, and it's a nice glow from within that's not like crazy blingy, but really pretty. I think I've only used the actual liquid though, like once or twice, mostly because I'm not a liquid highlight girl. It's not my jam, but I should give this more of a whirl. So I'm going to put this in my rotation, 1, because I like this, but 2, because I need to discover how I feel about the product inside of this tube. Now, I put this in my Shop My Stash like originally months ago, and I was like, this is a good for a highlighter, good for an eyeshadow, and then I didn't touch it again since. What should we do with you? So I'm gonna pull this baby back out. Yes, it's already had a round in my Shop My Stash. I think it was the Declutter series because I was like, do I want to keep this? I decided to keep it, but then I didn't touch it. So I need to put this back into my rotation to decide, is this something I actually like and need to use more? Or is this a great highlighter, eyeshadow? Do I get rid of you? What do I do? I love the compact on these. I just do though. All right, as you guys know, with my recovery, I've been a little lazy with makeup, but I've been looking at the base makeup a lot, trying to make everything pretty. So any extra steps I've kind of gone to the side, but also with eyeliner, I just haven't done it much in 2019 at all. I used to not get on camera without having eyeliner, and now not so much. Things have changed. But I have not touched the Suva pot that we got. This is in the shade Grease with the brush. Like, the brush is still in its holder, and I just took this out of the box. So, the reality is this is a matte Hydra liner. It says cake eyeliner. Wet the brush to activate the dry cake liner. Apply the product once desired. Have you tried this yet? Do you like this? I'm going to put this in my rotation because I've not even touched it. And like I said, before we know it, it's going to be the end of the year where I'm going to have to do my faves and fails from Boxycharm. Is this a fave? Is this a fail? I don't even know yet because I haven't properly tried it. So in my shop, my stash, it goes. Also, the Dolce liner, I'm not sure if this was Ipsy or Boxycharm. I'm getting them all mixed up from a certain period of the year because that's when my life was kind of going like a little crazy. But this is a great backup. I do like this liner, so I should definitely stick this in here. And fall and winter is really when I like to pull out a winged look. I thought I decluttered this, but I found this product. So I need to decide if this is something I want to use, or if, because I don't like liquid eyeshadows, if I should just get rid of it. This is the Ciate London one. This is in the shade, it doesn't say on here. Why don't you say on here? That's obnoxious. But it's a really pretty, like, pearlized purpley shade. It's actually really pretty, but the question is will it make it through a Shop My Stash round with me, or is this going to get decluttered? Because I need to know what to say at the end of the year about this specifically. So let's find out. I mentioned this in my Shop My Stash, and then I realized I haven't touched this as much as I want, but I'm coming into a new season. Fall is upon us, and this Pure Festival palette actually has a lot of beautiful shades for all seasons. So if you don't like this piece of the palette here, you have so many options for my neutral sisters out there if you don't want any bold or glitters. But if you're the girl who likes a little bit of everything, this palette has a little bit of everything. And I forgot, it smells amazing. It smells like chocolate. I actually really liked this palette, and I've been trying so many other things. This kind of fell off my radar, but these shimmers are beautiful and neutral. These bolder shades are beautiful, and they spread evenly, they blend evenly. I did feel like these pigmented shades weren't my favorite, but they were still good. So I need to put this back into my Shop My Stash, especially for the fall season. I mean, can't you see some fall looks with this? I can. Also, I have been really dedicating some more time to these Ace Beauté Glimmer Shadows. Is that what they call these? They call these, yeah, Glimmer Shadows. I'm still not the biggest fan of the Huckleberry shade. For me, that one's kind of a dud out of these, but I need to give it more time and more opportunities to do a good job because I've been mostly obsessed with the newer shades that I got. Once I got the Cotton Candy shade and the Ice Latte shade, these are the two that I reach for to put on my lids all the time. I'll even just put some bronzer in my crease, pop one of these on my lid, do some mascara, and go. It's such a basic, easy look for summer that I've really enjoyed these. But I do feel like I need to give these, the darker shades, and this really silvery shade that I think looks better with like something else with it, more opportunities. So I'm gonna keep these in my Shop My Stash. And no, do they dry out? Because you guys know I compared them to my Super Shock Shadows in a recent video. My Super Shock Shadows after a while can transform, but a lot of them are still good. Are these still good? We'll find out. A product that a lot of us weren't happy to get in our recent box is the Steve Laurent lip liner, and when I first got it, it felt creamier. Today when I applied this sucker, it felt a lot like a wooden pencil, and you know how I feel about a wooden pencil. Not my favorite, might get decluttered. Let's see, I like the shade, and that's why I was wanting to use it. Again, mine's in the shade Vogue. It's got this pinky tone to it, but wooden pencils, not my favorite, especially when they feel like a wooden pencil. So let's find out. It didn't feel like this when I first got it. I swear it was creamier. I've got 3 other lip products here that two that I'm on the fence about, one that I really enjoyed before. So the Lartsy Lippy, what is this? This is in the shade Title, and it's kind of a matte shade, but it goes on a little bit like a balm, I would say. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's what I felt like this morning. And I kind of had to layer it up, but it's pretty opaque, pretty good. I just keep forgetting about it. So I'm like, why did this fall off my radar? If I get a lippy originally and I like really like it, it immediately goes in a rotation for me. So was it a color thing? Was it a formula thing? We're gonna find out. I have this on top of that. This is the Pretty Vulgar My Lips Are Sealed lippy. This is like that metallic-y lippy. It's kind of worn down a bit because I've had this on for a few hours now. But every time I've put this on with like another piece underneath it, like a matte liquid lip underneath, and put this on top, I don't like the metal, sheery, shimmery look. Ugh. Oh no, look what I did. How did I do that? Do you guys ever have one of those days where no matter what you do, you have a really good intention to get something done and you just can't get it done? Between the weather, phone calls, other things going on, I have had to stop this video like 4 times. The universe is just like, no, you're not doing this video. Let's stop talking about Boxycharm. I will not stop talking about Boxycharm. All right, so I did the best I could do there. All in all, back to this. I am not a big fan of the finish on this liquid lip. So I'm gonna try this a few more times, especially now coming into the fall season. I feel like that's where something like this would shine the most. I wanna see if this still has space in my collection or if it's time to declutter it because I don't like it. We'll find out. A product that I did like a lot is the Très Chic Lippy. Now, if you guys remember, this has like a primer in the base that you can clearly tell that I have used. But also, I really liked the formula of this product. Now, this has a unique shape to it that I also really like, because if you're not a lip liner girl, and let's be serious, that's one extra step in the morning I don't want to have time for. This has a beautiful shape to kind of like help you with that, to kind of like go along the side of your lips. Mine is in the shade English Rose, and it's like a really nice shade and tone that not only, oh, I love that. Like, I also love the packaging. Satisfying. Not only though is this product good on the lips, I enjoy the color, I like how it wears down on my lips as well. I like how it wears, I like how it lasts. I think I wish it could last a little bit better, but maybe I need to use more of the primer. Let's find out. I think I talked about everything I wanted to talk about now. Now, please forgive me if some of this is Ipsy that I'm kind of misconfusing with some Boxycharm items because they kind of all come together and sometimes they run together. But you know what I'm saying. At the end of the year, I always let you know what were my faves, what were my fails, and that does require a lot more testing throughout the year. You can't just use it like in January, February, March, and then just not touch it again and remember how it is, because things change, you change, but also you get so many things through the year. You gotta test and retest stuff sometimes. So in the mission and in the name of my year-end reviews for you guys, I always want to dig back into these things and let you know what I'm thinking. Stay tuned for an update for this. I'm not sure when. I don't like to give myself a timestamp on that because I used to try to do it every single month and let you know by the end of the month what I thought of it. But then I felt like I didn't give everything enough time. So stay tuned for an update on this Boxycharm Shop My Stash, and I will let you know what I'm thinking of the products in here. Some of them I'm already wondering. It's probably going to get decluttered or might end up in the worst category for my year end. Some of it, the best. I'm just saying. Love it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you happen to be new to my crazy little channel, hi new friends! I hope you take a quick moment to hit that subscribe button down below to see all of the fun, loud, weird, unique videos I put out every single week. Bye friends!